Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. First, I'm just gonna have you tell me a little bit about yourself, like where do you work, where are you from, any hobbies that you have, and like just a little bit about your family background and stuff.
Yeah, so I grew up in the state of Maine. I lived there for about 22 years, and then I moved out here to Tempe. I currently go to Grand Canyon University, and yeah, I love it here. I grew up playing sports too, if that means anything. Yeah.
Okay. With everything that you have going on, what would you say you value or care about most in your own world right now?
Um, I would say just trying to find things that make me happy every single day, because it's not the easiest thing to just wake up and naturally feel happy. So just um trying out new things, discovering new hobbies and all that to just like lift up myself and find new ways of being happy, I guess.
So you like find it important to like just have like natural happiness just like right at the beginning of the day rather than like later on and like stuff like that?
Yeah, so then I can just like carry through my day and it can just make everything else a lot easier and a lot less stressful.
Okay. What would you say that you care about most when it comes to just like your health and like your well-being?
Um, I would say mostly just trying to get outside and doing some sort of exercise outdoors, whether it's just going for a walk, playing basketball, um, or disc golf. I like to play disc golf. I think that's really important to me because that brings me the most like self-fulfilled joy in a way. And it just like lifts up my mood and helps me get through the day a lot easier.
So you get a lot of your happiness from like physical activity and being like up and at 'em.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right. And then what are you hoping to get out of this session together? Whether it's like just any sort of like message, any sort of like thought, or just like anything.
Um, Maybe just a little bit of advice on how to get up and get into it on some days where it's harder than others, I guess.
Okay. So you just like a little bit of guidance on how to just start, you'd say?
Yeah, just like on the rough days when it's like harder than it is or harder than it typically is, like um tips or tricks that maybe you know that like help you early in the morning to like start the day off right, I guess.
So we're gonna move on and we're gonna see what specific changes have you been considering or even like making recently, if there's any?
Um, I have been trying to be a little bit more consistent with getting outside, and it's not the easiest thing to do right now, given that it's getting so hot. But I try to get outside just because it makes me feel a lot better than if I were to like stay inside all day and do nothing.
So being like outside is overall just like what makes you the happiest and like most like full of energy and stuff like that.
Yeah, it just motivates me to want to do more things, good things for myself.
And then what led you to like choose that change? Like what makes you want to be outside
Um,
more? Besides maybe like digging deeper, like besides just your happiness, like is there anything about like outside that you like or just anything?
uh, Growing up, I was always outside, like whether it was playing with my friends, playing in the front yard, playing with my brothers, and it just like kind of just developed a joy out of that. And so as I got older, I kind of like um strayed away from it a bit. And then I don't know, so it's just whenever I go outside, it just like makes me feel better. It kind of like brings me back to that like happy place, I guess.
All you've ever like really known was like being outside with your friends, being active and stuff.
Yeah, playing basketball, tag, hide and seek, baseball, wiffle ball, all that. It's just like, yeah.
Right. And then like out of all the things that you have said like are important in your life or that you care about in your world, why is this change like what's most important to you right now?
Um, I say because it helps me get through my days a lot more, and it's easier to be more productive after the fact. So if I go outside early in the morning, I feel like I get more things done later on in the day because I'm feeling good about myself. So I say, yeah.
And how do you think your life would be different after this change?
Um, I think it'll be different because it makes me feel better and it makes me be a better person to other people. And so I feel like it can help with my relationships. It can help it helps with my productivity. So it helps me with getting stuff done, which is important. Um, so yeah, it just brings me all together really. It kind of keeps me on the path that I want to go down in a way.
So you're gonna like strengthen your relationships and kind of just like have just like everything in a straight path.
Yeah.
Right. And then are there any other benefits that would experience from the, like that you would experience from this change, or do you think it's just like the pure happiness that you get from just being outside?
Um, it also comes with like for me, I like to exercise, so it's fun, it's enjoying for me. Or yeah, I enjoy being outside, working out, going on runs and all that. So it's just like a nice way to de-stress in a way and forget about any problem I might have and just totally focus in on myself.
So it's like less of a chore for you and more of just like a fun kind of thing.
Yeah, it can be fun when I'm like playing basketball, playing disc golf, doing all that, going to the gym. I enjoy it.
What would you say is one small step forward with this change that feels just doable right now?
Um, just being able to get outside, I feel like that's a small step. Just even if it's a walk, like it still will make me feel better than if I didn't do it. So like small steps like that, it doesn't have to be like a giant run or a whole workout at the gym. Even just like getting outside, if it's to go fill my water bottle, it just has an impact on how I feel.
So just like a little walk every day is something that would
Yeah.
just something that you could do.
Yeah, just like a small little thing that has a bigger impact than it seems.
Yeah. How do you think that you would get started on this?
Um, like I said, just like daily I need to fill up my water bottle, and to do that I have to go outside and go to a like water dispenser thing. So like even just walking to that, it's like a nice little 5-10 minute walk, and it just feels good to feel the fresh air, hear the birds chirping, and yeah, feel the sun.
So just like each day at your apartment complex, just like walking to fill up your water or something would be a perfect step in the right direction. Right.
Hmm.
So for the next
Hmm.
3 weeks, how confident are you that you can reach this goal, like on a scale from 1 to 10?
I would say like a 8.5 because I've done it in the past, but it's just hard to be consistent with it every single day. Because there'll be times where I'll fall into like a little rut or whatever, and it'll take me a little bit to get back into the swing of things. So I'd say like I definitely know I can do it, but it's not the easiest thing to get out and exercise every day.
So you know that there's definitely going to be some setbacks. How do you think that you'd plan to overcome them, or do you like? How do you think that you would go about that?
Um, just taking care of myself in the first place, like getting enough sleep, getting proper nutrition so that I can feel the motivation to want to get up and better myself every day too. Because if I don't have the proper nutrients and energy to get up and work out, then it just makes things a lot more difficult.
So just prioritizing your health on the inside first, rather than just
Yeah,
going outside without being like mentally prepared.
yeah, and then hopefully that'll carry over into like better workouts and just like overall better feeling.
Right? How are you feeling about our session together?
I think it's going well. I've enjoyed it. It's good to talk about this kind of thing.
Well, I think that you are on the right track in making your change.
Thank you.
Okay. that's gonna be it for today.